The quaint town of Salem lay just a few kilometers away, a place known for its rich history and eerie tales. It was in this peculiar setting that John and Emily decided to make their new home. The charming house, surrounded by tall trees and a white picket fence, seemed like the perfect retreat for the couple. Little did they know that the peace they sought would soon be shattered by an unforeseen mystery. John, a middle-aged man with a kind demeanor, had been battling heart problems that often disrupted his sleep. His restless nights took a toll on both his physical health and mental well-being. Determined to find a solution, he invested in a high-tech smartwatch with a special application designed to monitor and record any unusual sounds during the night, especially those related to his breathing. The first few nights in their new home were relatively uneventful. The creaks and groans of an old house settling became the soundtrack to their nocturnal lives. However, on a chilly morning, John awoke to a discovery that sent shivers down his spine. As he reviewed the recordings from the previous night, he noticed two distinct files, each only a few seconds apart. Curiosity mingled with unease as John listened to the first recording. The gentle hum of the air conditioner was accompanied by a faint sound, light footsteps on the parquet floor, steadily approaching their bed. His heart skipped a beat as he tried to rationalize the inexplicable occurrence. Emily, who was still sound asleep beside him, became an unwitting companion in this mysterious journey. With trepidation, John played the second recording. Between the rhythmic pattern of his breaths, a raspy old voice echoed through the digital file, sending chills down his spine. "Try to escape," it whispered, a haunting command that hung in the air. John's mind raced, grappling with the surreal nature of the situation. Was it a prank, a neighbor's late-night stroll, or something more sinister? Determined to unravel the mystery, John began researching the history of their new home and the surrounding neighborhood. Tales of Salem's dark past and mysterious occurrences filled his evenings, fueling his imagination. He discovered that the house had changed hands multiple times over the years, with each owner leaving behind whispers of strange happenings. As the nights passed, John continued to record the sounds, hoping to capture more evidence of the eerie presence that seemed to inhabit their home. Emily, unaware of the growing obsession, became concerned as John's sleepless nights took a toll on his health. The weight of the unknown pressed upon him, pushing him to the brink of exhaustion. One fateful night, as the clock struck midnight, the smartwatch recorded an unsettling symphony. Muffled whispers, faint footsteps, and the occasional creak of floorboards filled the audio file. John, determined to confront the source of the disturbance, followed the ghostly sounds through the dimly lit hallways of their home. The trail led him to a concealed door in the attic, a part of the house he hadn't explored before. With trembling hands, he pushed it open to reveal a hidden room filled with dusty furniture and remnants of the past. Among the forgotten artifacts, he discovered an old diary, its pages yellowed with age. As John leafed through the pages, the secrets of the house unfolded before him. The diary belonged to a former resident, a recluse who had lived in isolation for years. The final entry sent shivers down his spine, a plea for help, a desperate escape from an otherworldly entity that tormented the author's nights. In that moment of revelation, the pieces of the puzzle fell into place. John realized that the old voice in the recordings belonged to the tormented soul trapped within the walls of their home. With newfound determination, he and Emily sought out local experts in paranormal activity, hoping to find a way to release the trapped spirit and bring peace to their haunted dwelling. As the exorcism unfolded, the couple witnessed the ethereal departure of the restless spirit. The house, once burdened with the weight of the past, embraced a newfound serenity. With the mystery solved and the specter laid to rest, John and Emily could finally enjoy the quietude of their Salem-adjacent home, free from the unsettling whispers that had once plagued their nights. The small town near Salem beckoned with its historic charm, and John and Emily eagerly embraced the opportunity to make a fresh start. The old house they chose nestled itself beneath the shadows of ancient trees, offering the promise of tranquility. Little did they know that their peaceful haven would soon transform into a realm of inexplicable mystery. John's nights were marred by heart problems that cast a dark shadow over his sleep. Seeking solace, he turned to modern technology and equipped himself with a smartwatch housing an application designed to record and analyze nocturnal sounds, specifically those linked to his breathing. The promise of peaceful nights seemed within reach, but fate had other plans. The initial nights in their new abode unfolded without incident, save for the occasional creaks and sighs of an aging house. Yet one morning, John awoke to an unsettling revelation. The smartwatch application had captured two separate recordings, mere seconds apart. As he played the first, he was met with the subtle sound of light footsteps on the parquet floor, slowly advancing toward the bed. A chill crept down his spine, setting the stage for the disturbing revelation in the second recording. Between the rhythmic breaths recorded that night, a raspy, ancient voice emerged from the digital abyss. "Try to escape," it croaked, weaving a web of fear that tightened around John's mind. The bizarre nature of the recordings left him grappling with questions that lingered in the early morning air. Determined to unravel the mystery, John delved into the history of their home in the town. Salem's dark past whispered through the pages of dusty archives, but no concrete connection surfaced. The house seemed to keep its secrets guarded, and the haunting echoes persisted, a constant reminder of the enigma that encircled them. Night after night, John continued his quest, documenting the eerie sounds that reverberated within their walls. Emily, oblivious to the spectral investigation, watched as her husband descended into a spiral of sleepless nights and unrelenting curiosity. The line between reality and the supernatural blurred as the recordings painted a picture of an unseen presence lurking in the shadows. One evening, the smartwatch captured an aberration that surpassed all prior recordings. A guttural, indistinct language permeated the air, accompanied by the unmistakable shuffle of spectral footsteps. Fear and fascination intertwined as John followed the spectral sounds, leading him to a forgotten room in the depths of their home. Within the room, an old music box lay dormant, covered in dust and memories. As John approached, the room came alive with a haunting melody, a tune that echoed through the ages. The diary, hidden beneath layers of time, revealed the tale of a musician who had once lived in the house, driven to madness by an otherworldly muse that demanded a sinister composition. The pieces of the puzzle fell into place, revealing a tragic story of creativity and possession. The ghostly voice in the recordings belonged to the tormented musician, forever bound to his haunting melody. John and Emily, now armed with the knowledge of the past, sought the guidance of experts in the paranormal. Together, they orchestrated a ritual to free the musician's soul from the shackles of the supernatural. As the last notes of the haunting melody drifted into the night, a profound stillness settled over the house. The once haunted abode now echoed with an eerie serenity, the weight of the past lifted. John and Emily, having unraveled the enigma that gripped their new home, found solace in the newfound quietude. The old town near Salem retained its historic charm, and their house stood as a testament to the transient nature of mysteries, laid to rest by the persistent curiosity and courage of those who dared to uncover the truth. Mark and Sarah, a couple seeking a change of pace, decided to make a fresh start in a charming house nestled in a neighborhood just a few kilometers from the historic town of Salem. Drawn to the allure of the picturesque surroundings, they envisioned a tranquil life away from the hustle and bustle of the city. However, their dreams of a peaceful existence were soon overshadowed by an unexpected turn of events. Mark, a middle-aged man grappling with heart problems, found his nights disrupted by sleep issues. Determined to address his health concerns, he invested in a cutting-edge smartwatch with an application designed to monitor his breathing during the night and record any anomalies. The first few nights in their new home unfolded with the usual sounds of a settling house, creaks, sighs, and the distant rustling of leaves. But as Mark sifted through the recordings on his smartwatch, he stumbled upon an eerie discovery. 2 separate files, each just a few seconds apart, captured the essence of a mystery that would unravel their idyllic life. In the first recording, subtle footsteps echoed on the parquet floor, gradually approaching the bed where Mark and Sarah lay in blissful ignorance. The disconcerting sound sent shivers down Mark's spine as he grappled with the idea that someone or something was moving within their home during the night. The second recording intensified the inexplicable nature of the situation. Amidst the pauses in Mark's breath, a raspy old voice whispered, "Try to escape." The chilling command left Mark with a knot in his stomach, and he couldn't dismiss the haunting feeling that their newfound haven harbored an unsettling secret. Determined to unveil the truth, Mark delved into the history of their house and the surrounding neighborhood. Salem's reputation for eerie tales and mysterious occurrences added an extra layer of tension to their exploration. As Mark dug deeper, he discovered that their house had changed hands numerous times, with each previous owner leaving behind a trail of enigmatic stories. Nights turned into a symphony of suspense as Mark continued to record the strange sounds permeating their home. Sarah, initially skeptical, couldn't ignore the strain that enveloped her husband as he relentlessly pursued an explanation for the nocturnal disturbances. The once promised tranquility of their new life now hung in the balance, overshadowed by the ominous whispers echoing through their home. In a desperate attempt to unravel the mystery, Mark set up cameras throughout the house, hoping to capture visual evidence that would complement the eerie audio recordings. As the couple anxiously reviewed the footage, they noticed fleeting shadows and unexplained movements in the corners of the frame, heightening the sense of unease. One fateful night, the couple, armed with a sense of trepidation and courage, followed the subtle trail of ghostly sounds. The ethereal whispers led them to a neglected cellar door hidden beneath a dusty rug. As they descended into the depths of their home, they stumbled upon a forgotten room filled with antiquated artifacts and an old, worn-out Ouija board. The pieces of the puzzle fell into place as they uncovered the history of a previous owner who had dabbled in the occult, seeking answers beyond the mortal realm. The restless spirit of the amateur medium seemed to be reaching out from the shadows, unable to find peace after a failed attempt to communicate with the other side. With newfound understanding, Mark and Sarah sought the guidance of a local paranormal expert. Together, they conducted a cleansing ritual to release the trapped spirit from its spectral limbo. As the incantations echoed through the house, a palpable energy lifted and the haunting whispers ceased. In the wake of their spiritual intervention, Mark and Sarah felt a renewed sense of peace settling over their home. The once haunted house became a sanctuary, and the couple, having faced the unknown together, forged a bond that transcended the ethereal mysteries of Salem's surroundings. The quaint neighborhood, once shadowed by supernatural whispers, embraced the couple with a newfound serenity, and they could finally savor the tranquility they had originally sought.